Happy holidays, one and all. We're bringing you another Toonkind at 12 frames per second. I'm Kraken, and I'm going to be leading us on this merry adventure playing Admiral Abbigull. My partner in crime today is...
Hi, I'm Frosty. I'm playing Ajax this time. And probably their small child and doggo.
Oh wow, for once it isn't like the DM that's playing multiple characters. Oh, imagine that. And with that, we begin. It is a lovely day in Toontown. It's a bit before Animas, and all through the town, a whole lot of tunes are stirring, with nary a frown. Decorations are hung in Jackie's apartment with care, without knowing that soon a certain seagull will be there. Jackie, what are you doing? How's your day going?
It depends on how early it is.
How early is it?
God, Rick, I don't know.
Whatever you like. Could be morning, could be afternoon, evening.
I'm gonna say it's around midday, because at least then they'll actually be up and about. Because they're a night shift janitor during the weekdays.
Oh, F. I know the night shift mood. Okay. Ajax being awake and aware is a good thing, because, make me a perception roll.
Oh god. Let me go down to the perception. Okay. That's a D20 plus 5. Thankfully, they have a decent perception. They notice a thing.
They notice the thing very well. So it's midday. Ajax is puttering around their apartment, and with a 23, their little penguin ears can hear, a fair amount of things that are going on in this building. Maybe there's a neighbor somewhere that's doing something, put around, maybe singing or cooking loudly. Ajax picks up like a particular sound. It kind of sounds like pip slap, pip slap, pip slap in the hallway. And that's just kind of on the edge of their hearing, but then they hear it stop, and then it goes pip slap, pip slap, pip slap, pip slap, and Ajax's door is busted open. Jackie! Yells a voice. Jackie, are you home? And in your doorway is a very enthusiastic light blue and white Yuppiean seagull. It's Admiral Abbigull.
Okay, well, I think first things first, they're gonna put down the spoon that they had, because they were probably mixing batter for cookies. And they just hop off their very tall stool. There's the sound of talons as they're walking out of the kitchen. They peek their head around the corner, because, what the frick? And at the side of Admiral Abbigull, oh my god. They bend down kind of a little bit more, and so they're a lot smaller, but their color goes from, hold on, let me grab that. God. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To this. Which is a good thing, if you want to make an insight for that, though.
Yeah. Let's roll dice. What is your insight, Abby, my dear? +3.
I hope this will get.
It's not great. I don't know, what does Abby pick up from this?
Mm. I mean, it's not really that they're trying to hide it, but at the same time, it's a good thing. They seem happy.
Yeah. Abigail's
Just
known
how
this kid
happy is
for a
kind of
while.
confusing. Honestly, I would say that she probably has advantage because she's probably seen this color a lot.
Okay, we'll do this one more time.
Okay.
There we go.
They were previously pretty tired, but upon seeing Abigail, they're instantly excited. Like they're doing the little penguin dance with their tail just wagging and nothing but a glare.
Oh, wonderful. You are home. I would feel like a fool if I broke into either the wrong place or you weren't here. That would look bad. You can tell all your neighbors it's fine now. And yeah, Abigail closes the door behind her, which, was not completely busted off its hinges. Which is all well and good. She's not that strong.
Amazing.
She's not that big. She wouldn't have meant to break your door. But she's also not a subtle bird and will not start being so now.
I mean, I think they're just happy that it's not broken off the hinges and can still be closed.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, Abigail is mending anyway. And this is the first time Abigail has been to this apartment, so she's just looking around. And in fact, this is kind of the first time she's ever really seen Ajax on land, I think.
This is the first time that Ajax has honestly been on land, and because they were born on. Wait, I can't say that. Never mind.
Lore spoilers.
No spoilers. Dang it!
But yeah, Abigail's just immediately sweeping in and making herself at home and looking all over the place and going, "Well, Jackie, you would not believe the troubles I had to go through to find a clear space to dock near Toontown for my crew to have some holiday time off. My goodness, everyone had the same idea. Would you believe it?" And
they kind of just shrug, like it sounds like a normal thing to them.
Yeah, fair enough. Abigail doesn't tend to rock around Toontown much, actually. Her home port is Valestown, but it's here now. And hey, guess who else was in town? She remembered from various letters. Good old Jackie. So, being an impeccable forced house guest, Abigail is going to pull something out of her hammer space. All right, success. Whips out one of those like trays of chocolates that are all sorts of different kinds and fancies and stuff, and just goes, "For you."
Jackie, words. Jackie is very excited and more so to see Abigail than anything. So they gratefully take that and they put it on the table that they have, and then they rush into the kitchen again.
Okay, question.
After saying thank you.
A lot of things in this apartment are very big for Jackie. Is the table also big? Does Jackie have to like clamber up on something?
Yes. Everything in this house they had to climb around. There's a lot of climbing involved for this tiny little blue penguin.
It's not as bad for Abigail, but things are probably a little big for her too. So would you like Abigail to do just like a perception on this apartment? Hey, there's the layout. What is there to see? Perception +6.
I mean, Again, I don't think this is going to be very hard. There isn't really much to
There
look
isn't
at.
really much. Abigail has a history of seeing all.
I think you pretty much passed there. It's oddly empty.
Well, I mean, this is a
Certainly
new
an
place for
apartment.
you, huh? Haven't quite made yourself at home yet.
They bring out some hot cocoa, and they don't necessarily respond to that. They just kind of smile and gesture to the couch, like, you can take a seat if you want.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Abigail will take that cocoa and hop on up, but only, she says, only if you come up here with me. Get over here. This is a visit.
They're absolutely gonna go over. Try to bounce up onto the couch.
You say try. Are you gonna have to roll for that?
I'm debating whether or not I should make him do it.
Acrobatics or something.
The debate with myself on whether or not I want them to. You know what? I do. I think it'd be funny if they failed. Alright. Acrobatics or athletics? Let's go with athletics, because that's just a straight d20.
Oh no.
So, I guess one of their talents just hits the blanket wrong, and then they just flop. They do a penguin flop.
Abigail's gonna set her cocoa down and try to like lean over. Well, she's gonna set her cocoa down and lean over and be like, well, actually, hold on. Do you want a hand there? Doesn't quite want to just pick up out of nowhere. Abigail is not tactful, but she has enough tact and knows Ajax well enough.
Yeah, I can't say whether or not that would have gone over well.
Yeah. Anyone else should have absolutely done it.
I think they shake their head. They really want to do it on their own. So I'm gonna...
Well, try again. Plan B, otherwise I just haul you up by the blanket.
Sounds like an agreement to them, so they nod.
How do you survive in this apartment for giants? Okay, Abigail's gonna take that blanket that's at the end of the couch and just sort of get some on the floor and be like, hop on, kid, I'll pull you up.
They're going to do a little penguin huddle on that blanket.
See how strong this cleric is.
Burrito.
This old, ancient, crusty grandma cleric. Alright, so the 10 exactly halfway, it's not going smoothly. Abigail's kind of straining. I don't know, I'd say Abigail gets like halfway, and that could be enough for Ajax to scramble up on their own.
Yeah, Ajax will absolutely just scramble up. And I think Todd probably comes in and, like, just noses them up as well.
Okay, important question. Has Abigail met Todd before? Is Todd a new thing?
Probably has not. Probably seen him around, but probably didn't know that Todd was their dog, much less their service dog.
Okay, Abigail should be like, oh, puppy. Puppy, puppy, puppy. And not
Perk up at this.
is gonna hold out a wing for a sniff and a hopeful pet. Because as far as she knows, this is just a pet. Or a roommate. You never know.
That's true. he gently sits down and he just patiently awaits Ajax saying that it's okay. And Ajax does the motion that they need to let him know, like, yeah, no, it's okay. And Todd, being the forever puppy that he is, even though he's like older than Ajax, just gets up onto the couch and just starts licking her face.
Oh, Abigail loves this. Oh, puppy, big dog, big dog.
Very big puppy.
Todd and Abigail are both like puppies at heart. This is
Very much a
great.
puppy at heart. Ajax does eventually introduce the two of you, though. Um, they gesture to Todd and explain, "This is Todd. He's my service dog. I've had him for as long as I can remember. Uh, he was my father's dog."
Oh, service dog, oh, you're doing such wonderful work. What a good boy. And Abigail's just like scritching this dog behind the ears and just going full hog on the attention. Abigail does not get to see a whole ton of like dogs, but like she likes them.
That is fair. I'm sure that Todd is like just rolling over, trying not to roll off the couch, and just like his tail is nothing but a propeller. He is the happiest dog. He's probably even making like little happy dog noises, like you know how some dogs will talk per se,
Mm-hmm.
but they can't actually speak.
Yeah.
It's like that. That's what he's doing pretty much.
His tail is
Like
going
this
so
is
hard,
the happiest
propeller
puppy.
wise, he's almost like flying, floating off the couch.
Almost, yeah.
Uh, that's all well and good. Abigail will eventually, God, take a break from that to actually like drink some of the cocoa that was so graciously given by the happy but still surprised host.
It's a good kind of surprise. They're not bothered really.
Well, that's good.
Well, I mean, if it was anyone else, if it had been anyone else, then they would have been very bothered, and there probably would have been more damage. But
Yeah, again, Abigail is not a subtle or a tactful person. She just kind of shows up and
all
does as
things
she will.
considered, all things considered, it might be well believed that Jackie themselves is not exactly all that tactful or subtle, considering the way that they usually went to visit Abigail.
Yeah, and again, quite a lot of people would be kind of annoyed with this like random kid flopping up on your decks, but Abigail is just like sees anyone and tends to instantly go, "Oh, a friend."
You know, just a casual small child just flopping up under your deck and thwacking you with a fish every once in a while.
Keeps you on your toes. Keeps you on your toes. And
It do.
all right, backtracking a little bit with that like 20 in perception Abigail did earlier. I think she possibly
Yeah.
kind of like clocked the sort of pram or crib, but that's by the couch. But clearly she hasn't like noticed if anything's in there. She is focused on Jack and she's focused on
Oh
this
well.
surprise dog.
Well, she's about to be very surprised because as Abigail was probably taking a drink, Jackie was reaching into the um the crib and taking out their baby. They have a small little bean. The baby hatched.
Oh my god.
I don't have a ref for them yet, but like
You
they're
can see
in
them a
the
little bit in
little
the title card. Little baby.
yeah, a small little 3-month-old pigeon bean, sort
Yeah,
of.
I'm gonna roll to see if
It's
Abigail like completely spit takes or if she manages to not. I don't know what that'd be.
fine. Oh no, How can you catch a bear?
What the Constitution? I'm gonna call that Constitution. For shits and giggles.
Valid. It's not every day that you suddenly have a child in your face.
Okay, she holds it together pretty well. She is extremely surprised to see there's a baby, but she doesn't spray like hot chocolate all over you, and she does like swallow it without hacking and coughing and it going down the wrong way. And she even manages to like calmly put the cup down. But the moment the cup down, she's like, oh, what? Where did this go? You had an egg? What? Child, is this yours? Oh my goodness, name? Give me name. Name. Hello?
I think it's fair to say that their color has brightened even more at this point, and there might be bubbles around.
Oh.
Very happy little Blue. But I think in order to actually talk, Ajax offers to let Abigail hold the baby.
You better. Oh, a side note, I totally meant to say before we got into this, generally speaking, if Abigail's hands are free and Ajax is looking at her, then yeah, Abigail is also signing. But yeah, oh man, baby being offered. Oh, Abigail very carefully holds out her little wing hands. Just baby.
Ajax very carefully hands Abigail their baby, and then it starts citing that this is Hana Tamago.
Hamatamago. Oh, look at you. You're adorable. When did this little one hatch? When did you get an egg?
So they hatched 3 months ago, and I laid an egg about 6 months ago. So it was shortly after I came ashore. Very shortly after I came ashore. It was. I'm glad I was ashore before that.
Oh, Abigail loves this a lot. She has no kids of her own, but she is, as we all know, big grandma energies.
Very much so. I love it.
Oh,
And
loves
they
this child.
wake up at this point.
Oh.
They were asleep as well, so they wake up. They don't have any eyes either. But now they're just moving ever so slightly, and they see you, and they're immediately just gonna try and like put their feathered wing hand on her beak.
Best quality. They're wiggles. Abigail's just besotted. She's gone. This is a child. She loves them. This is like the best decision she's made in a while to randomly show up. There was Ajax, which she definitely wanted to check in on because the letters seemed a little morose. And there was a surprise dog, and oh my god, there's a whole baby. Oh. And kind of being reminded a little bit about the reason for her visit, Abigail is still like very extremely focused on this child. But she is also going to ask, so 6 months ashore, huh? Have you ever, ain't never seen you ashore for sure, but like, is this your first time really living ashore?
They take a moment to pause, debating things and how to really explain this. Before they finally start signing that this is the first time that I've ever been ashore. I don't think I was even born ashore.
All right. I think I'm going to have Abigail roll
From what
insight
my
to see if
grandfather
she's,
told me.
yeah. I'm going to roll insight for Abigail to see if she'll figure out that
is
Ajax doesn't want to talk about this much, or if she's just going to completely not pick that up and continue asking questions.
that's fair. This is a good idea too.
Okay, yeah, she's getting the sense that this is not a comfy topic. And
Yeah, a little bit. Not a great topic. And let me see, where is it? The bubbles have disappeared. I think she notices that too.
yeah. All right, yeah, Abigail does not want to drag the mood down here. This is Animass. This is good time visits. This is holidays. So,
It's fun.
yeah, luckily for all of us, Abigail's rather kind of infamous lack of tact doesn't rear its head here. For someone with a whole lot of wisdom, she is a lot. I'd say mostly she tends to choose to ignore her wisdom, but this is her friend. So we're leaving that topic aside, and Abigail just goes, well, if you ain't been ashore a whole lot, have you been exploring Toontown any? What have you seen while you're here?
They take a moment to pause that, and they don't. Not exactly a lot. They explain they haven't necessarily had the time between work and the baby and Todd and just trying to make ends meet. It's been a little difficult to explore, but I have discovered many new things at the very least in the very simple things that I've been doing. And now they're going to go on a tangent on the fact that apparently there are plants that can survive without being fully submerged in water. And they are amazed by this fact. They did not know this.
I know, isn't it wild?
Vending machines are a thing that exist as well. My god, they spent 30 minutes investigating one at one point. Got shooed off by somebody. Because they were so amazed they didn't understand the concept, and then they went to look it up. My Pardon me, my family is going crazy in the living room.
It's all good.
They did discover the library as well, though, and they're happy about that, because one thing that Abigail would probably know is that they like to read a lot, and they love just exploring what little they can in knowledge, but there's like an entire new place out there. It's called the Land. What is this? The world is not just water?
What?
What is this?
What's this? What's this? There's something in the air. Ajax loves seeing snow before, obviously, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Abigail's just having a ball, listen to all the new things that Jackie's been encountering.
I think it's kind of funny because, like, it's all very simple things that you would think would be common sense, but for them it's not.
I think the sticking point for Abigail here is that this implies that like the glacial rider or whatever ships Jackie's been working on didn't have vending machines. And that's a crime.
For as techy as it was, for as weirdly techy as it was, it did not have vending machines.
He's like, I can tell you, on techie ships, yeah, you'll usually find a vending machine. Abigail, working with sailing vessels, yeah, that's a little more out of place, but like. And she's just like, oh, a sin and a crime that your grandfather did not have vending machines on his vessels. You've been deprived.
That's a word. That's a word that I'm gonna have to roll something.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Unintentional landmine.
+1.
Oh no! That's a nat 1.
They do not make a very good thing on that. Hold on, let me see what color would go best with the emotion that they feel here. Okay, no, none of those, because that would imply different. This one. That one works.
Mm. Okay, do you want Abigail to roll insight?
If you would like to, yes.
It's time to roll, baby. Okay.
Ah!
Nat 20. I think with that, hey, Abigail knows she's said something wrong there. I think she picks up like exactly the word that turned the tide. It just goes like, oh. She's just gonna be like, She doesn't quite necessarily know.
They don't say anything.
Yeah. She can read the room. She can read the body language. Ajax is just like closed off.
I mean, she's not wrong in that sense, though. In the sense of the Glacier Rider depriving them of things. If you wanted to make an intelligence check, you probably could.
An
I
intelligence?
don't know how much they would really...
What is Abigail's intelligence? I don't anticipate
I think that would... Like, that's what you do with, like, memory stuff.
Hey. Oof. Okay, what does Abigail remember or not remember?
Basic... Probably just the basic vibe that they weren't very happy on the Glacier Rider.
Uh-huh. Abigail is casting around for a change in topic because, oh no. Uh-oh. She's gone and stuck her foot in it again. As she is wont to do probably like multiple times a week with various people.
Oh, Abby, I'm sorry. I think they're also looking for a change of subject.
Yeah. And she's just like, so, you had a proper snowball fight on land yet?
Ooh. I don't know if I have a color for that, but they are... I don't, which is unfortunate. But I'm gonna use... Even though I don't mind the file name for this one.
Oh?
Don't mind the file name for this color. Most of the colors that they have multiple meanings.
Mm-hmm.
It's just these are the most common. But this also means that they are curious.
Yeah, I imagine Ajax has been in snowball fights before. It snows on the sea and snow builds up on deck. Let me tell you, there's nothing like an incredibly slippery, recently oiled foredeck and fresh snow. It's just instant chaos and bruises.
You would think so.
Abigail is assuming they have.
They just shake their head though. And they are curious.
Mm-hmm. Well, 'tis the season. It's not exactly seeing anything new on land in Toontown, but we got all that fresh snow outside. I don't know what we do with the kid though. They and Todd could cheer from the sidelines.
I would rather the baby not be out in the cold yet. They're only 3 months.
Also entirely fair.
I do have a neighbor who's more than likely home, given that I can hear his grandbabies also screaming.
Oh, company for the kid.
Like, he did offer in case I wanted to just take a break to come over and watch Todd and Hannah, so I can go over there and talk to him, see if he's still willing.
If you like, if you like, if you like. Abigail's entire strategy here is just to get the mind off things completely by giving you a whole new problem, which is a seagull trying to hit you with snow.
Absolutely going to hop off the couch, and at this point, Todd is more than likely going to perk up and follow because, hey, uh, my owner is moving. I must follow. Instinctual service dog thing. And they're gonna go over to the neighbor. Thankfully, the neighbor says yes. In which case, now you have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old bounding over with their uh, bun bun grandpa, both all of which are hopping because that's how they do. This is PETA, by the way.
Hey.
uh, but now they are free, kind of. And Hanatamago is back asleep as they do. They sleep a lot. I mean, it's also technically, time for them to be asleep anyways, because they are also nocturnal.
True. All right. Yeah, Abigail is just gonna, say a perfunctory hello to Peta and the kid. Just like hello to everyone, just a friendly person. But she's also on a bit of a mission. So she's gonna very quickly drag you outside and just be like looking around for a good spot to have a snowball fight.
Would you say that in that time Ajax would have had the chance to snag something from a small pile of things that they had
Absolutely.
hidden kind of under? Okay, so they're absolutely going to try and grab that thing, that thing that they've wanted to like use in place of the fish that they usually throw at Abigail when they first see them.
Would you like me to roll see if Abigail notices, or is she just so busy saying hi to new people? Which is funnier.
We could probably do like a sleight of hand and also a perception check.
Hey, there you go. Roll me a sleight of hand, please.
Alright, let me see what their sleight of hand is. So Hardy +1. That
Oh, that didn't. Oh, do you want to roll a? Yeah, roll it again. That was mistyped.
There we go.
Not a 4. Excellent. Okay. And perception for Abigail.
So you absolutely see them pull out from under that blanket where it was kind of wedged in between the wall and the couch. A yellow looking kind of wrapped thing. It's yellow and white. It has a yellow bow and some polka dots.
Whoa.
But it's wrapped. It's wrapped, and they kind of just like. I don't want to say that they put it in their hammer space because that entails that they have to like throw it in the air and then like eat it.
What is that? How their hammer space works?
Fortunately, I couldn't think of anything funnier.
That's fantastic.
You know what? Because it's hilarious, I'm gonna say that they do that.
Oh my god.
Precisely why it they get caught. Kind of hard to hide something like that.
Okay, I think I need to roll something to see if Abigail just immediately goes like, "Oh my god, a present," or just decides to be tactful and let it be a surprise. Like, how good is her impulse control? I don't know what that'd be though. Performance? Performance. Okay. She has noticed this thing that looks a lot like a present, and she doesn't quite yell, "Oh," but she does like make a sort of like squeaking sound. Like, gifts are great. Abigail loves gifts. She loves giving them a lot. Receiving them's pretty good too. And now she's curious. She's so curious, but she doesn't immediately start hounding for details. But like, she's just like, ha 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 ha. Okay, with that, we are outside. Is there like a lawn or something in front of this apartment building that would be ideal to have a snowball fight? Or a
I'm gonna
nearby
say
park or
yes,
anything?
because that's that's a lot more fun.
All right.
Either one. There's probably a park in the apartment complex, because I don't know if anyone else has lives in an apartment complex or anything that has those. But like here, there's a lot of apartment complexes, and they have at least a few actual parks inside of the complex itself.
All right. I wouldn't know, so I'll take your word for it. Sounds excellent.
Okay.
So,
So they probably lead her to that.
we go over to that. Here's what's going to happen. Since we are at disparate levels, what we're going to have is each of us, let me grab a sheet of paper, each of us is going to have like 24 snow points, we'll say, in replacement of health points. And getting hit with a snowball will deal 1d6 of snow point damage. And
Okay.
that's what that's going to be. Let's roll initiative.
Oh boy. They aren't their thing, so I'll have to reduce their armor class. So they are easier to hit, but not by much.
I don't know.
Thankfully.
Yeah. Smaller targets, harder to hit, but go for it.
That's not the thing that I wanted to pull up. Okay, so I was right in that. Here we go.
Okay.
I think you got this.
It's the Admiral first. Okay.
Yes.
So Abigail just turns around to face Ed. She says, "Okay, snowball fight. No putting ice in your snowballs. That's bad form. Any structures around here? If there's place structures, fair game to climb upon and use. Spells in general are fair game. 3, 2, 1, go." And she's going to cast Color Spray right at Ajax. So we'll see if that hits Ajax or misses. Color Spray. Well, I don't know. Okay, that was a nat 20 anyway. So Ajax, you get a face full of blue and white ink. And there's like a bit of gray mixed in there too.
Oh boy.
Okay, so that means for your turn, for your next turn, you are going to be blinded. Your face is full of ink. After that, you can like get it off and wipe it off. And that's
Gonna do like.
yeah. That's basically Abbigull's turn. She's going to cast that, and then she's going to scarp her. So that you don't quite know where she is anymore.
I think as soon as they get the chance, they are going to I think they're gonna cast, if I can think of the word, even though it's right in front of me, shape water. Here we go, and just kind of clean off their face. So basically, they just kind of like spit water in the air from nowhere, and then just lets it splash on their face and shakes it off.
Yeah, all right, fair
And
enough.
I don't know if that's. I would say that they would like try to dive into the snow to hide, but I don't think they can. So they're gonna make that. They're gonna try. They're at least gonna go towards where the snow is deeper, deep enough for them to like try to hide in, which isn't that hard because they are very small.
God, both these characters went stealth immediately. All right. So is your turn just like moving to deeper snow?
Yeah.
If you like, you can also roll a perception to see if you can figure out where the hell the Admiral's gone.
I would like to do that. What is their perception again? Okay, awesome.
Okay, so you don't immediately see Abbigull just on a look around. The thing that helps is that like this is snow, so you can see footprints, pretty distinct footprints, which help a lot. But the thing that's kind of startling is you can follow the trail, but you don't actually see the Toon because those colors you wiped off of your face, that Abbigull doesn't have a lot of ink or color left to her. She basically blasted everything she had at you, so you now have what is looking to be a semi-translucent seagull UPAN on the prowl.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
It's
They
great.
change color all the time. This is normal.
This is great. All right. And with that, it is Abbigull's turn, and she is going to gather up a snowball and try to hit you. And I'm just going to call snowballs straight D20s to try and hit. Does an 18 nail you?
It very much so does.
Okay, yeah, this thing gets you like right in the back of the head. And you take 3 snow point damage.
Oh boy. Maths.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. Hold on.
Best part of
Let me
D&D
find
by
it.
far.
Okay. It's not really something that they would use that for. Don't think so. Is that the end of Abby's turn?
Yes,
Or-
that is going to be the end of Abby's turn.
So again, they are caught by surprise. They have really lost their game in this, and just gonna shake it off again, as they do. It's okay, it's fine, just shake it off. And I think they are going to cast Silent Image.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
And they're going to use it to confuse.
Excellent. All right. Any movement in this turn?
Yes, they are going to continue looking for a place that is deep enough for them to dive into.
I'm gonna say for this turn because like this is gonna be excellent. You have found the snow in this turn. You can use that snow on your next.
Oh, they're absolutely going to.
Haha. All right. Abel's not now got like 4 Ajaxes running around because the mirror image creates 3, right?
Uh, mm, create an object, a creature, or some other visible phenomenon that is no larger than a 15-foot cube. Uh, at a spot within range and lasts for the duration. The image is purely visual. Okay, I think it's just one.
Okay. So 2
So
Ajaxes. Oh no, 2 Ajaxes. So, uh, hmm. Since
they're both running
Abigail's,
opposite directions, probably.
yeah, Abigail has put range, so she can't use the other thing I was considering. So she's just once again going to pack another snowball, and 50-50 chance she hits the correct Ajax. I'm thinking she hits the wrong
Whoa.
Ajax.
Yeah. So, how does that work? Is it physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion? Okay. So, thing when the snowball hits it, it just phases through and like the image wiggles in a weird way as if it was just a ghost.
Best quality there, wiggles. All right, and to finish off Abigail's turn, she is now going to use her movement to close distance and get in closer.
Oh no.
And Ajax can probably see, like, again, if Ajax is paying attention to Abigail's movements, then they're going to see, yeah, there's a trail. She's coming in hot. All right, your go.
I think they're more focused trying to hide first, so they're definitely gonna stealth for that. Try and be as sneaky as possible. I hope that works. And not gonna do anything else this turn. They are going to sit and they are going to wait.
Whoa.
Wait for the right moment to strike.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, Abigail's still
I think
coming in. And let's see, this is a bonus action, so what to do for the main action? Yeah, Abigail's just coming in, and Ajax just sitting down is, sus. But, choice of action committed. This is all about fun, and they both immediately went for stealth, so it's time to get more aggressive. So, semi-translucent bird coming at you with yet another snowball in hand. And with this one, she's going to cast Spiritual Weapon on it. Or cast Spiritual Weapon to make a snowball with it. And that snowball is going to appear within 5 feet of you and just try to hit you. Okay. So, does Abigail just have crap aim, or does Ajax just lean over?
I think they go deeper into the snow.
Whoa. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Spiritual weapon is a bonus action, so for action, Abigail's just going to try and throw a snowball while running. How's an 11?
That just meets their AC.
It what? 11?
Yeah.
Frosty.
Without they don't have their normal jacket on. Like their Glacier Rider jacket is their hide armor.
Okay. Meets it, beats it, so it's damage time. Another 4.
This is fine. They are having fun even though they're losing. They have a plan.
That's the end of Abigail's turn. With her movement, I'm thinking she's coming right up on Ajax. What are they going to do?
That is perfect. That is entirely perfect. Debating what I really want them to do. Would they go for the ankles? Would they go for the ankles? Or would they just I don't think they would do that. I think that's just plain mean.
Yeah, Abigail's not going to hold any hard feelings. All is fair in love and war.
I mean, I don't know if it's really fair to use water beam.
Listen, they both have weather spells.
I think they're just gonna go for the ankles.
Yes.
And it's incredibly light. It's just more so of like a surprise. Kind of trying to just make her dance. It actually does not do any damage, but... Wait, why am I wanting to press that? Why am I wanting to press it on there? I need to be in Roll20 for it. Not Roll20. What?
Okay, so a 12 does not quite meet the AC. Abigail's at a 13. So what happens here?
This is fine. I think they like poke their head out and they try to like nibble at her ankles, but they keep missing.
Trying to bite her ankles. Yeah, Abigail extremely narrowly dodges. She like sees the bee coming and just goes like ah, and with like a flap of wings manages to like hop over. Which also means she's like completely overshot Ajax. And is that Jackie's turn?
Color has also changed. That is the end of their turn.
Okay. So, what is Ajax's situation right now? Are they like in the snow lurking?
Probably.
But
Probably a little ways out of the snow, like their beak is probably still visible because penguins, they don't exactly have hands to push themselves up with. It's a struggle. They flop.
Bum, 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 bum. No, I didn't mean to click that. Computer, please take me to the correct page. Okay. I do gotta wonder how create or destroy water works on snow.
God.
But assuming when it leads to him. All right. So Ajax is kind of half buried, but what Abigail is thinking is that this hampers their movement. So she's gonna reach into. Just for sheer funsies, gonna try and reach into hammer space or something. Alright. An appropriately snow-themed inflatable big hammer is pulled out from under her cap. And she just goes to whack Ajax with it. Whack the beak that's poking out. Is that it?
It do.
It do. Ah, full damage.
Alright, if I use a reaction to this.
Yeah. Yes.
They're going to use Ahmed's watery shield. It's a shield made of water that appears to block incoming damage.
Oh-ho!
When activated, the shield halves the damage you take from this attack. If you are also resistant to this damage, you take none instead.
Okay, so the damage, the 6 reflects back onto Abbigull? Is that what I heard?
I don't think so. No, I don't.
Okay.
If they are resistant to the type of damage, I think then Ajax takes none, but I don't. What kind of damage would this attack have been?
I guess like extremely squishy bludgeoning. When Abbigull hits, you know, the shield or Ajax, there is a squeaky toy noise.
Ah, that's cute. Okay, so I don't think it does anything other than half their damage. So
okay.
So they only take 3.
Excellent.
How that happens is that they sort of see it coming, and they whirl around onto their back, and as they're moving their flipper to go over their head, there's a splash of water that kind of blocks it. Doesn't block it all the way, but it does it just enough.
Dulls the
now
impact.
there is a penguin. Yeah. But now there is a penguin on their back.
Well, that seems like a dangerous position to be in. It also smells like a trap.
No. Could be.
Could be. Well,
never know.
Once again, Abbigull's never been for subtle, so she's just gonna... I'm gonna say for variety's flavor, there's a snowbank that's kind of right here because Ajax is in the deep snow. Abbigull's going to take that squeaky toy hammer and try to whack it into the snowbank to just bury Ajax in snow, which I don't think would damage, but it's just like for sheer hilarity value in this snowball fight.
Yes.
Okay, a 12's all right. Yeah, some snow is shifted, and with a squeak, there's a small avalanche, and I think Ajax is kind of out of sight. Does Abby have foresight at all about the consequences of this? Absolutely not.
Oh boy. Oh, what are they gonna do now? Yeah, I think now they are going to cast Water Beam just to try and like get out of it. But they are going to attempt to aim it as well.
Yeah.
Abbigull.
Yeah, please let it hit Abbigull. She's just been like hounding you. She's at full snow health.
Okay. So I think it's just a straight d20 because it doesn't tell me exactly what to roll.
Yep, go for it.
It is not an exclamation point in 20, it is a d20. Thank you.
You know what? Advantage. Do that again. Abbigull's not been hurt. There we go.
So do I use the damage from the water beam or snow damage?
What's the damage on water beam?
D10.
Go for it. Go ham.
Okay. Okie dokie. There we go.
Hey!
Yay! So, once again, with an entire faucet of water just shooting from their mouth. Because, if you can tell a theme here, they cast a lot of magic with their mouth. I'm a fire in my laser! Just water. From the snow, out of nowhere, into Abigail's face.
I think she gets blasted back some with the force of it, because, 8 out of 10 is a pretty good chunk of damage. Excellent. All right. So you said, yeah, it's great that it hit Abigail, but this is also to get Ajax out of the snow. What kind of movement is Ajax aiming to do here?
Just trying to get free of the snow and maybe stand up.
I'd say with a water beam like that, you succeed.
Okay. I think that ends their turn.
Okay. Yeah, Abigail just picks herself up and shakes herself off. This is still a semi-translucent bird. The color has not started creeping back in yet. Abigail takes a while to recolor. But she's also still holding the squeaky toy hammer. You know exactly where she is now. And Ajax is once again
they have ideas.
in sight. So she's gonna lay that hammer down for now and just go back to a classic snowball for this one. A. That's a hit. That's a hit. Yeehaw.
Oh boy.
And for movement, she's just gonna charge again.
Oh boy.
Just a barreling bulldozer.
You know what? This is fine. And here's why. Because they have another spell. Where is it? There it is. They cast Warding Water. Basically what that does is water whips around them. Oh wait, no, that's... Wait, was that the end of...
That was the end of Abigail's turn.
So. Abigail's turn or no?
Okay. Her turn's ended. You're good. Go for
it. Okay. So they cast Warding Water. They've been on defense for a while now. I don't know if I think they're really aware that Ed's probably not gonna win, but it's fine, they're having fun. So water whips around them in a 10-foot radius centering on them and follows them. Any creature that willingly enters the radius takes cold damage. A 1d4 of it. So there's that.
Okay. I think my question to you is, with the spell, is it just in terms of how it looks and functions, it's sort of like a tornado around Ajax. Does that include over top of Ajax?
I think it does, yeah.
Okay. We'll do this anyway, it's great.
It
Abigail,
isn't impenetrable, so
yeah, I mean, Abigail can enter there. She'll just take damage for it. See if you've got any ranged things prepared, honey. That aren't stuff like call lightning. Because that's not fair.
Oh no!
Yeah, and the water follows Ajax, right?
Yes.
Okey-dokes. Yeah, okay. Abigail was still charging. Water Whip comes up and she changes tactics a tiny bit. She takes to the air. And because her flying was just abysmal in the never ending train, I'm going to keep with the trend of making her do dex. Her horrible, horrible dex.
Oh no.
Yes! Thank you, Dice Gods. God. Okay, so her plan had been to take flight, get overhead, and just dive into the sphere directly from above, but with a 5. The angle of entry is not as dramatic straight down. It's like Abigail is not a graceful flyer. There's a lot of flapping and jerking around in midair, so instead it's kind of through the side, and she's got the squeaky hammer. She's gonna take the cold damage it comes and just try to hit you.
Okay.
Oh, that is not what I should have rolled there. I need to see if Abigail actually hits after that terrible flight. Okay. She does, but it's for 1 hit point. She like just grazes you. It's a light tap. And how much cold damage does she take?
Okay. I think,
Incredible.
to be fair, they're not actively trying
No.
to like. They have the option to freeze it if they so please, but they don't want to.
Well, I mean, with Abigail's own weather spell, she could probably get herself out of that, but we're doing for funsies here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just immediately thought of, like, if you know Avatar: Last Airbender, how Katara ends up defeating Azula in the end, just freezing her inside basically this spell. But
They probably could if they had used a different spell, but.
all right. So that's going to be the end of
is fun.
Abigail's turn. She's still inside this space with you.
Oh boy, I think they let it fall, and immediately they're gonna pick up a snowball and throw it.
She is point blank, so I think you get advantage just because it is point blank.
Is it just a straight d20?
Yeah, just straight d20 to hit.
Okay. Ah!
Go again. I gave you advantage.
Okay.
Oh my god. Well, that's just 2 10s in a row. Okay, you know she's right in front of you, and like you can basically see her now, but like it's still tough to get a read on her exact shape in space because even the dark gray that normally outlines the Admiral, some of the ink from that went into the color spray. So whatever outline she has, it's light gray right now. And she just jukes
fair.
under this, handful of snow that was going to get mashed right in her face.
It also makes sense because Ajax is about 6 months out of practice when it comes to combat, even if it's just play combat. So they're a little rusty now. That and fighting on land is very different than fighting in the water.
Mm-hmm.
I think
And
that is
alright.
the end.
I think with that, because this fight's been going on for a while, we're having a good time, and we haven't hit 0. This is pretty good. What Abigail's going to do is try to like do a sweep the leg thing and knock you over.
With a tiny penguin.
Oh! She does it so good. She ducked to avoid the snowball, dropped to like her hands and knees, sweeps out her good leg. No, sweeps out her good leg to knock the feet out from under Ajax and knock him over. But since I impulsively said it was her good leg, her peg leg doesn't have as much surface area to stand on, so that's another dex to see if she keeps her balance. Abigail's one good dex roll. She does. She doesn't also fall over and eat shit. And yeah, that was her action. So I think that is just Abigail's turn. You're on the ground.
Alright, they are going to use that. They're going to use that very much so, and they're going to belly slide into her good leg, or the leg that she's standing on.
Yes.
They are using that.
Amazing. I don't think you'd even have to roll. Yeah, you don't have to roll to hit. You just do it. Woohoo. Oh, you knock her akimbo and yeah, she goes sprawling. And that's Ajax's turn?
Yeah.
Okay, has that belly slide taken Ajax, like, further away from Abigail?
I don't think so, given what they're wearing. Given that they're wearing a sweater, which would probably cause a lot of friction with the ground.
Alright.
No, I really don't.
Abigail's just gonna scoop up, like, a whole heaping armful of snow as much as she can and, like, scoop it up and leap to try to just basically land it all on Ajax. While also maybe trying not to directly land on them. We'll see how that goes.
If it happens, it happens.
Nat 1! Okay. God, what flavor of Nat 1 do we want? Okay, she scoops up all that snow. She, like, turns to dump it all on Ajax, but instead trips, falls face first, and takes damage from pulling in that snow.
Oh no!
And isn't it because it's a crit fail, you take double?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. But I also feel like it's funny. So me with the DM powers is going to take, she's going to take 2d6.
Oh no! Abby, no!
She's now at less snow health than you now. One good hit could finish
no!
either of us off. She's just face first in the snow. What do you do?
Oh, they're going to take advantage of that again. They're still on their belly. Are they within grabbing range?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. They're going to gently grab whatever part is closest with their beak. Very gentle. No intention of being an ankle nibbler at this point. But they are going to cast a gentle version of Frostbite.
Alright. I'm going to say what Ajax ended up grabbing was like a wing.
Okay. It is very, very gentle little hold.
Little frost nip.
Yee.
Okay.
There it is. It's a hearty 2.
A hearty 2, but like we're both running on fumes here. So Abigail's like still face first on the ground. She's running low on energy. She's a grandma. She has expended a lot of go grandma go energy to this, so she just like the free wing she brings behind her and just tries to like sweep smack a whole bunch of snow right into Ajax's head because it's right there.
Valid.
And she does that. Ajax gets a whole bunch of snow mashed right into their face. 4.
Oh boy. There's 5. They have 3 left.
This might be the last round. What do you do?
Oh no!
It's down to the wire.
They're gonna use their penguin flippers to flap some back at her.
It's basically a slap fight at this point.
It's amazing. Like on the ground with a slap fight.
And like,
slapping snow at each other.
Listen, Abigail's right there. She does not have the energy to actually like move to dodge or anything. I'm just going to say you hit her. Roll damage. She's not going anywhere.
You're very kind.
We're both at 3. Oh my god.
I'm very tired. It's still kind of early.
This is like
it's still kind of early.
Very like these two are just like a weekly basically slapping at each other now. Abigail's gonna tiredly take that squeaky hammer and try to do like one final finishing squeaky blow. And yeah, since we're right there, all attacks hit now.
That's entirely fair. I will take it. Exactly 3.
With a final kind of sad sounding squeak. Ajax hit 0. How would they like to indicate they resign?
Pitiful flop of the flipper that they were smacking Abigail with, and then a mock kind of their tongue. Indicate they're playing dead.
Abigail drops her. She's like, okay. Honestly, that was my last leg, so thank you, Rager. And she just lets the arm flop, and so she's still face down and just lies there. Good show, kid.
Do you like to make an insight?
Yeah. She's at least still partially face down in snow, so like, what does she get here?
Well, I kind of imagine that they're probably facing away a little bit, but they're shaking, and it's not because they're cold, and they are clearly happy because their color is very light and bubbly, and there are bubbles around.
Oh, wonderful.
You don't get how happy they are, but
you know,
they are very happy.
Abigail has succeeded in her mission.
And for the audience, they're laughing. That's why they're shaking.
God, could you imagine if she rolled like a nat 1 and thought Ajax was crying?
Oh no!
Oh god.
No, it's very possible because of a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's another indicator that's very similar to this that would probably indicate that would probably cause that mistake. So that's fair.
I think with that, we're gonna smash cut to these two probably just like lay in the snow for a while recovering their energy. we're going to smash cut to the point where they've made it back inside, back to Jackie's apartment. Possibly they've retrieved baby. And I think it's the perfect time to have more hot cocoa to recover from that.
Absolutely. The mug has been upgraded from a decent sized mug to just a gigantic mug for Abigail. Don't ask why they have a gigantic mug, it's fine.
It came with the apartment.
You know what? Probably.
So they're back on the couch, warming up with their hot cocoa.
Todd is probably sprawled across Abigail and Ajax both because warm dog.
Warm dog, fuzzy dog.
Very.
Good show, kid. Good show. It's also good to see I'm not quite losing my touch there.
They smile. Very much so. It's like it's an open mouth smile, and they stick their tongue out, and their tail is wagging. So like,
and
they appreciate so much, and they do like, well, they basically ask if it's okay by like hovering their flipper over, her knee, because like they want to give a pat.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like one arm is probably trapped underneath Todd, but she just signs like, "Go ahead, yes."
A friendly pat of like, that was fun.
And it is starting to get dark out, so Abigail's gonna be like, "Good hot cocoa, good time. It's probably about time I packed up to head out, eh?"
There's a quietness for a moment. But, I'm gonna roll hammer space now.
Mm-hmm.
Fun times.
Fun times.
That's not what I'm do. I'm still learning this. 8. Yay! So they turned their head after sitting up because they were like flopped on their belly on the couch. It's not exactly pleasant in a sense for them. They're embarrassed by it. But eventually they cough up their the gift. And it's surprisingly dry, so there's no worry about germs or anything. And they're gonna try and smack her with it in a friendly manner. Payback for all the fish that they haven't been able to smack her with.
It just happens. Abigail's underneath a dog. Her dex is already bad. She just gets beamed.
Surprisingly, a soft gift.
And she's just like, "Oh, for me? Oh, you shouldn't have," but she's already like, "Can I open it?"
Yes, go ahead. I'm about to upload the photo of the thing.
All right, she's tearing into this packaging with her one free arm. And yeah, oh my goodness. Oh, clothes in here. Oh, and the vest is fluffy. Oh. Oh no, she's trapped underneath the dog. She can't. She is going to regretfully start to work on wiggling her way out from underneath Todd.
I think Todd's gonna get off once he notices that she wants him off and just like flop off the couch just by rolling and just fall back asleep. He's a really old dog.
Okay, yeah, Abigail just immediately puts this on. Puts this outfit on. She loves it. It's great. She's like, "Oh, yes. Wonderful. Oh, good present, Jackie. Good show. Thank you so much." She's just like twisting around to get a look at it and everything. She's like, "Listen, I will be in Toontown for a while yet, so I can definitely visit more. And the letters are always good. I like receiving your letters, and I promise I'll be better about writing back more."
They just nod. Like they're listening intently. Can I roll an insight?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
feel like there's
Yes.
something. Where is their insight? Oh, thank God. It's decent. It's actually no, it's decent, but still. Words.
Haha.
I
All right. Yeah. Ajax picks up. Yeah. Abigail's not pushed the issue of why Ajax is in Toontown, or indeed why Ajax is off the water, but like Abigail's kind of worried about this kid a little bit. She's a little worried, and she's like making the decision to the point to want to keep on checking in without being necessarily pushy. And I think with the 21, you also get Abigail also knows Ajax is not a touchy-feely person. Abigail very much is. Abigail's a little internally debating, like, does she even offer up the option of a hug?
Okay, so this is where Ajax feels a little awkward, because 1 second.
Oh,
Sorry
all good?
about that. My
No,
brother
no problem.
came in. But this is definitely where they feel a little awkward, because despite the fact that they aren't a very touchy-feely person, there is a reason behind this, and
Yeah.
they actually do like affection. And I think they're going to shyly and very nervously kind of like inch closer and just eventually nuzzle her side just ever so slightly,
Whoa.
because they don't know how do you do this whole affection thing.
And Abigail just says, "Hey, it's no pressure, kid. Ha! You get it? Snow pressure. Ha!"
Cover their face with their flippers.
And she's
But
just,
they're definitely still like wagging their tail.
and she's gonna wait until the flippers are off the face so that they can see before she like goes to make a pat at their head, like making sure they can see it's coming and can like duck away if they don't want it.
I'm going to roll a 1d2.
Mm-hmm.
See what they do. They don't. They don't move away. They let this happen.
There's a very gentle, like, pat, pat, which is a lot coming from Abigail, because Abigail's usual touchy-feely affection involves, like, tackling a person from across the room and aggressively noogieing them.
Maybe much later.
So
Maybe in
much
due
later.
time. It could be.
Ah. And with that, I think, yeah, that will be her goodbyes. She gives a final, like, farewell pet to Todd. The baby's probably sleeping again, so she just, like, waves quietly at it, don't want to wake it up, and waves goodbye to Ajax, just, like, promising she'll check in at least once more before she heads out to sea again. Anything?
Kind of linger at the door.
Yeah.
Not really wanting to shut it, but they are happy to have seen her, and they're very excited for the next time she comes over.
Oh, good. And with
And
that,
they say goodbye.
Yeah, of course.
Well, yeah, no.
No, get out. Uh, and if there's nothing else, I think that's a wrap.
I think that's it.
Uh, Thank you for playing with me.
Thank you for playing me as well. That was a lot of fun.
Good, I'm glad.
I need to pause the recording.
Yeah, all right. And I'll stop mine here.
Yes.
Good night, everybody. Happy holidays.
Awesome.